Yay Media Group.
13 has been my lucky number for a while. Like, it's always a sign of good things to come for me.
This is 13, a Taylor Swift fan podcast, breaking down every song, every Easter egg, every era, and every theory. Hosted by the biggest Swifties, Nick Adams, Anna Szabo, Amy Nichols, and Lacey G.
Welcome to 13, a Taylor Swift fan podcast. I'm Lacey G.
I'm Anna.
Amy. And you guys, I had the pleasure of talking to a truly chosen one. This is someone that I follow on Swift Talk anyway. Keeps me constantly fed, clowning. A lot of the theories throughout the years that I've shared with y'all have come from this person.
Ooh, the source.
Mm-hmm. And what makes her so special is not just the information that she has, but she has touched Andrea Swift this past weekend. And I want to tell y'all all about it. And just a little tease, I'm not going to tell you about it. She's going to tell us about it because I wasn't there meeting Andrea Swift along with her. But Miss Swift herself gave her such a special shout out that it would have been equivalent to anyone in the Swift family saying lobster to us.
Oh, wow.
Aww. Truly, truly incredible. So can't wait to share that with you. But before we do, we want to tell our people about this exclusive club that we're launching called the Lobster Lounge.
Yes.
And it's so cool because it's a way for us to be able to connect with our Swifties in the community. And you can also get really cool swag while you're there too.
And giveaways, perks.
Yeah, so there's all kind of cool reasons to join, be able to chat with us, share your theories. Also, we've got a really cool giveaway right now with Minori Beauty. They want to welcome our listeners with the chance to win $200 worth of their products.
Wow.
And this is only going on for the next 2 weeks. So time is now. Get in. Get some beautiful products. This is like minimal looking beauty products. So it's really good for the girlies for the people who want to wear some makeup, but not wear a lot and not spend a ton on makeup. So,
shout out.
Yeah, just really beautiful stuff. So go join right now our exclusive Lobsters Lounge. You can go to station.page/13 to get started now. We'll have this in the episode of our notes. We also have it on our website, the13podcast.net. But go there now, sign up. We'd love to hear from you. Go enter for your chance to win Minori Beauty. And let us know that you've made it to the Lobster Lounge by posting on our main feed. We can't wait to see you there. Now, I got to talk to Courtney. She is the fiery redhead Swiftie_sweetheart13 or at Euro Sweetheart on TikTok.
Awesome.
Love her. She's in the same tribe as Nicki King and stuff. And she's just one of those super smart Swiftie detectives
that
puts it all together. As soon as something happens, I turn to TikTok and she's already posted a video. And it's like breaking news. I don't know how she's that quick.
That's impressive.
Yeah. But I had a good time chatting with her yesterday. And here it is.
I have such a special guest with us on today. She is Swiftie_sweetheart13, also at Euro Sweetheart on TikTok. She's the fiery redhead with all the great theories. I would like to welcome Courtney on. Hello, Courtney.
Hi. Thank you for having
me so much. Well, thank you. I know that you are so high in demand. You had such an exciting weekend. One of the chosen few.
I mean, I got to meet Andrea Swift, which was kind of crazy.
That is insane. So you were at Indy this past weekend. What night?
Indy night 2. So it was on 112, which if you know Nikki, the 112 queen.
That is awesome. And I saw that she was there, but she wasn't with you because I actually reached out to Nikki to be able to get a hold of you.
Was in a different section than me.
Okay.
But yeah. So I'll just give you the story. It's not too crazy. But me and one of my Swiftie friends, he has a channel too. His name is Kyle. Kyle Andrew, I can't remember his exact handle, but he went with me. So we were both on the floor in the section right in front of the surprise song stage. We were row 17. And he also had his boyfriend there with us. And so we actually had a ticket that we messaged to a girl that wasn't able to get any tickets. Um, and so we were meeting her in her section on the other side by the VIP tent. And everybody started to erupt once the countdown clock almost reached 0. And here comes Andrew Swift in to the stadium, and we happened to just be over there, and I was like, oh my gosh, this is my moment. Like, this is the time. If I have any chance to do this, it would be now. And so me and Kyle make a beeline towards the VIP tent, and Andrea makes her way through, and I kind of just like put myself in her path, and then she was there, and she looked beautiful. I could send you the photo if you want it to use, but
Yeah.
she just walked, and I kind of just put myself in front of her, and I was like, "Hey, oh my gosh, I love you so much. Can I take a photo with you?" And she was like, "Of course." And so I had my phone recording so I could just like flip it around really fast. And yeah, and that was it. And I just said, "Thank you so much." And she said, "You're welcome, sweetheart," which was like it rocked my whole world. Yeah.
Ah,
And so a couple of my friends are like, "What if she knows who you are because of my handle, because I'm a Swiftie
mhm.
sweetheart?" And I was like, "Don't tell me that. Don't tell."
That is cool though. You have to wonder
Yeah.
if it's a polite Southern thing, but I would take it as the
Mhm.
other because
Right.
you don't walk around calling everybody honey and sweetheart necessarily. Yeah,
Yes.
that is so
So
on point and on brand. So you've been to several concerts, you've been to several Eras tours, right?
I have, yeah.
Are you the kind of person who goes in prepared with like friendship bracelets for Andrea and Scott just in case you run into them?
So in the past, no, and I did not really for this show either. I did have one in mind, but upon the panic of it all, I didn't actually reach to grab one. Because it was in that moment, it was either me have my phone ready just in case it happened or me hand a friendship bracelet. And I was like, "Oh my gosh, well, this is my one moment. I need to get a picture." So,
You
yeah,
made the right decision. You
I think
definitely
I
made
did.
the I'm I'm such a hardcore Swiftie, and
Mhm.
this is going to sound bad for me to say. I do not enjoy making friendship bracelets. They stress me
No.
out. I don't
No, I'm
think
with you.
that I do a good job. So then
Mhm.
I know some people like really enjoy it and get into it, and they have the armfuls of them. I'll make two or
Oh, yeah.
three and then done. And I'll take from other people. And then I have
Mhm.
on my right arm the ones that I'm going to keep, and on my left arm the ones that I'm going
Yes.
to trade. But then
Yes.
I feel bad doing that in front of friends because they know the system and like they'll give me one. And while it's sweet, it's not sentimental. It's just down bad. So then I put it on my,
Yep.
and I'm like, no, they know that was getting traded because I don't have that many to actually trade.
Right. No, I
So
completely understand though about the whole making the friendship bracelets thing.
yeah, yeah, I love it. I love being in a different city and being able to spot Swifties. I love that we have
Mhm.
our own dress code, so it's so easy. Speaking of, what were you
Mhm.
dressed as? What was your
So
outfit for this Eras tour?
So I dressed up as the Karma music video Dorothy Taylor that is coming down the yellow brick road. It was phenomenal. It was the fastest outfit that I think I've just ordered off of Amazon. And I glued the little buttons on the dress, but it was the funnest outfit I think I've ever worn, honestly. The hair was crazy. Kyle actually helped me style it to get the braid. And I was so impressed. I was like, I thought this was gonna look like shit, so I'm glad that it came together. But yeah, it was the funnest outfit I think I've ever worn.
You
And
looked
people,
flawless. You
thank
really
you.
did.
And so many people came up to me. Oh, I also had the broom, that I ordered. It was like $6 off of Amazon. I'm like, okay, I'm gonna have the broom in all of my videos. Um, but they did not let me take it into the stadium. I had to throw it away.
You had to ditch it. I had a
Yeah.
really cute concert purse that I had
Mhm.
to ditch for the Eras tour, and it sucked because it was just such a small purse. It was nothing
Mhm.
special, but it was the perfect concert size.
Yeah.
And we had an event at the Lowe's Hotel beforehand. This was in Arlington last year. And so we
Mhm.
had this really nice pre-party, had a really good time, and then show up to the concert and they're like, yeah, you can't bring in that purse. So I
Oh,
had to
that's so
ditch it.
sad.
Yeah, it was just like highs and lows and highs and lows, but then
Mhm.
still got to go to the Eras tour, so that's fine.
Right.
It was a really good time. Um, no, your outfit looked so good. I saw you in London. We went.
Oh,
I
you
can't
did?
remember. I can't remember
Oh.
the nights in London because everybody calls them like the 8 nights or whatever,
Oh,
but because
yeah.
it's split up. So I went Saturday night and you were there, and
Mhm.
I met up with you and Nikki King and
Oh, wait.
JoJo
I
at
do remember. Yes. Yeah, yeah,
yeah,
yeah, yeah,
yeah, yeah.
yeah.
And
Oh
you
my
were
god, that
wearing
was
a
a blur.
folklore. You were wearing a folklore dress that night, right?
Oh, I had the blue, the Saturday show. Yeah, I had the blue VMA dress on, I think.
That's it. That's it. That
Yes.
looks so good. So how many Eras
Oh,
Tour
thank you.
outfits do you have in total?
Oh god. Well, I mean, I tried to each of the shows I went to do something different. There was one show, Denver Night 2, where I just kind of kept it simple. Um, so I think I have 8 of them that I no, that's not true, 7. I think I had 7 that actually were, like, outfits that had a theme to them.
Mhm.
But yeah, I
No,
made a karma
that's
jumpsuit. Yeah, all of these different
ooh.
outfits. Yeah,
So not only are you really big into the Eras Tour looks, you're big into all the theories. How long have you
I am.
been a Taylor Swift fan, and how long have you been a Taylor Swift detective?
Oh gosh. Well, I've been a fan of hers since Red. Um, but I've listened to her since before, like since debut era. But I didn't get into the theories until Midnight's. So after she announced Midnight's, and then everything on Swift Talk started to take off, and she had Midnight's Mayhem with me. That was when I really started to like dive deep, and I was like, "Oh, this is crazy." Because I paid attention throughout. Some of the Look What You Made Me Do music video with the eggs, and then of course throughout Lover, but I never really like had any of my own. I just kind of like followed along with other people, or um yeah, I never created anything. I never had social media. I never posted anywhere. And never did I ever think that I would have a channel the way that it is now. And I've met so many people like Nikki and JoJo and everybody. So it's been great to build friendships, and it all happened because of Taylor, and that's insane to think about.
So, in your regular life, do people know that you're super important in the Swiftie community? Do they tell you that you need to calm down?
Um, so I do have a lot of people who do know about it. And initially, when the conversation starts off and they're like, "Oh, you like Taylor Swift, huh?" Because they see all my clothes. And I was like, "Oh, yeah, I do." And then usually my husband, Kurt, he'll be like, "Oh, yeah, no, she has like a platform." And they're like,
Mhm.
"What do you mean?" And so then I show them everything and they're like, "Holy crap, like you actually have all of it." And I say, "Yeah, it's not a joke."
Because it's interesting that Taylor Swift has taught us, like, look into
Mhm.
everything. She is the Easter egg queen.
Yes.
But then sometimes videos will get outside of the Swiftie community and they're like, maybe
Mhm.
she was just wearing this. Maybe she
Yeah.
just made and it's like, no, she taught us to be this crazy. We're not
Mhm.
just born that way.
Right.
She
This is
really
the
trained us to do that.
asylum.
Yes, exactly. Exactly.
Dustin.
Very well said.
Mhm.
So, what's your favorite theory?
Oh, I mean, there's been so many. I mean, the karma theory is not my theory, but there's been so many Easter eggs that kind of all go into that. And the more that, the colors that she incorporates into the Eras tour and how it kind of just all comes back for full circle. I love that. But I think the one that I do love that I kind of grabbed onto right when it first started happening was like TS11 slash TS12 being the Sagittarius theme.
Hmm.
That's one of my favorite ones because ever since I believe that was the VMAs in 2023, when Nicki Minaj presented her the award and she said, "You're my favorite Sagittarius." Ever since then, there's just been so many. Easter eggs and clues that come from that. And now, especially with, the whole premise of daylight popping up on her Instagram, it could be like she's reemerging from this midnight celestial album into this daylight, but it could be together. So I don't,
Hmm.
that's probably my favorite one right now because I'm like, okay, well, all of this orange, is it for Karma? Is it for um, TS12? Is it actually going to be this like love album about Travis, or is this something before Travis? Because the Torture Poets department kind of just landed where it did because of what happened with her and
Hmm.
Joe. So who knows what era we're actually going to get?
Exactly. I've been on Sagittarius because of you ever
Mhm.
since VMA's her birthday outfit last
Yes, her
year,
birthday outfit.
whenever she went out. And
Hmm.
then I forgot about it because so much stuff has gone on before then. Well, I was
Hmm.
checking out Swift Talk the night before my concert in London, and I saw
Yeah.
your video about Sagittarius. And
Yes.
so I get back, of course, we get the rep song. We get I Did
Oh my
Something
God.
Bad, thinking this was
Best
going to be an
night.
announcement.
Yeah.
Yes, everybody thought the minute she plays that song, that's going to be it. Well, the podcast was asking me, they're like, in that moment, did you think Reputation was going to get announced? And I said, no, I thought it was Sagittarius. And they were like, that's so you to be clowning for one thing and then change your mind the night
The
before.
night it happens, yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
And I'm
because
like, no,
I
I'm on
mean,
some new shit.
yeah, literally. But I mean, it's true though, because at any moment, she could go from us thinking that we're getting a Taylor's version re-record to a new album. Because she already did it with TS11. So who knows what she could actually do. And yeah, and in that moment too, we're thinking Rep TV is gonna happen, but then she has a new Moonstone bodysuit
Hmm.
for Midnights, and then she has her nails painted with the stars on them. Like,
Hmm.
what are we actually talking about here?
So, what is karma to you? I know at one point, Nikki King said karma was the re recording process. I've
Right.
always thought karma as the album, either
Mhm.
the double album for Reputation or an album on its own. What do you think karma is?
I love Nikki's theory. So I do think that that holds a lot of relevancy to it. I've never like before her, I never had thought of it that way. I more have thought of it like you, like it was that in between era between 1989 and Reputation that got completely, you know, derailed by who shall not be named,
Hmm.
um, and Calvin Harris. But I think that it was this concept that she had already, and then that happened, so she kind of just had a new creation because it was a love album with Joe for Reputation, and so I do think it's just that era of music that she had to basically toss out. Even if she did use some of it, I am a believer that she did use some of the songs potentially and configured them to fit into Reputation, or like Karma on Midnights, I do think that she could have taken that from that era. Um, but ultimately, I do think it is that work.
Hmm.
And maybe it did turn into this process. And karma is the keeping her side of the street clean. So yeah, I do think that it, it could be anything that she wants it to be at this point. If it's not music, it could be the documentary. I know that that's been thrown around, that it's the re-record process into a documentary. Um, yeah, I don't know. It's insane to think that after all this time that she could still have music from an era that we don't even know exists.
And I mean, that was Bleachella. That's whenever we
Yeah,
thought she was coming out with something rock. Now
right.
she's been wearing all the plaid. What
Yes, and the leather.
That's why I'm so confused. Are we Sagittarius? Are we Karma? Are we both? How
I
many albums
know.
are we getting? Are we getting any albums? Do you
Right.
think that she still has a double album somewhere left in her? Because she's been teasing a double album ever since the
Mhm.
Shania Twain.
Oh.
Mama said you can't do country or you can't do pop or something. So we've
Mhm.
been waiting on a double album since then.
Yep.
Tortured Poets Department is an anthology,
Right.
but I don't know that I ever felt like that was the double album that she's been teasing this whole time. If
Mhm.
she works 3 years in advance, we're now up to the timeline. She
Right.
just played Exile. Do you think there's still a double album floating around
There
that we're waiting for?
I do think that with all of the sister album talk that she's had incorporated, I mean, through her tour and her speeches, that there is this potential like double album or sister album of something, whether it be one from Midnight's, which could play into the Sagittarius theme. Um, but I love how you brought up Shania Twain with the whole how she had three versions of Up, I think is what it's
Mhm.
called. Um, and I mean, there was a while there where we thought 1989 was gonna have 3 different versions because of all of the eggs she had for that. Um, but I do agree with you. I do think that she had been heavily teasing with the 2s during, TTPD. I think that was for that specifically, but I do think you're correct that there is still something else that she has coming for us that's completely separate from the torture post department. Now, I don't know what it is, but I hope
Mhm.
that it has something to do with whatever this TS12 era is becoming with all these different colors and the yellow and orange and the plaid. Oh, she's
Yes.
insane.
So you brought up the sister albums, and
Mhm.
I'm such a clown that I believe all of it. Now, I don't do the
Yeah.
research like you. I just scroll Swift Talk and I'm like, that makes sense. That makes sense.
Mhm.
Do you think there's a third album for Folklore and Evermore? I'm spacing on the name right now, but what's the
Woodvale.
W name? Woodvale. Yeah.
Yeah.
Are you a Woodvale believer? Do you think that there's still Woodvale out there?
So I'm always so 50-50 on Woodvale because I never really um, dived as deep into that theory as much. I do believe wholeheartedly that when she had that interview talk was just the placeholder for it without giving away the name. I do think that that holds validity. I don't think
Mhm.
she would lie necessarily about that, especially in an interview. Um, but I do think that with a name as good as Woodvale and all of the theories that have come out since then, I could see her potentially having something prepared that could be this Woodvale theory. Whether or not, like, she ends up doing a Long Pond studio sessions for Evermore and calling that Woodvale, like, I do think that there should be something there because it's too good to just let that fall away. But I love the theories. I loved it all so much, and there's so much more to it that I just never really took to it, like with Karma or other theories,
Mhm.
but I mean, I love it.
I love that you said there could be sister albums to some of her previous albums because
Yeah,
with any other artist, I would think once it was released, that's it. But now people
right.
have clowned for Woodville, for
Mhm.
I saw a theory the other day about finally dropping that second 1989 album.
Oh,
So
yeah,
if
yeah.
that's the sister theories that she's been hinting at, then that's
Mhm.
great that she could revisit any other album and drop another album to it. Now,
Mhm.
we are getting ready to come to a close to the
Mhm.
Eras tour.
I know.
I I thought for sure she was going to announce another date at least for LA
Right,
just
I did
because
too.
the no caption, she didn't say goodbye.
Yeah.
After last weekend, do you think there's any chance of any more US shows, or she do you believe her whenever she said point blank, this is it for the US for the Eras tour?
So I before Indy, I did think that there was still hope because when she had said, I forgot what city she said it in, but it was for one of the speeches. She said, "This is, the first time that I've actually told myself that this is ending in December." And so at the time, I was like, "Okay, well, we don't know which December," and I know a lot of people online thought that too. But I will say that with the emotion that she had night two in Indy of her saying that this is the last Saturday show in the US, the emotions that I felt she had, and I had, I bawled my eyes out when she said that. Um, it makes me believe that it's done,
Because I saw some
unfortunately.
creators on Swift Talk saying that she doesn't always tell the truth as far as theories go, that
Mhm.
she might um, do a uh 3 2 1 red herring or something just to throw
Right.
people off, but
Mhm.
I tend to believe it whenever she flat out says, like,
Says it,
then
yeah.
yeah, then
Because it's
and
one thing to interpret an egg, such as like the karma cup, right, with the nails. It's one thing when we are interpreting it one way, and she completely does a 3, 2, 1 on what we think the color is for. But yeah, when she
mhm.
verbatim, point blank, is like last show, that's when it's like, okay. At least in my opinion. So I'm with you.
Yeah. Yeah, and the show that you're referring to, whenever she said she couldn't believe she was just coming to terms with the,
Yes.
Eras Tour coming to the end, that was the 100th show. So
Yes.
people
Oh,
were
yes. Thank you.
clowning on the
Yes.
100th show that something was gonna
Yeah.
happen, and then for
Yeah.
that to be what happened, which bless
Yeah.
her, and thank
That's
you,
right.
she's kept us so entertained every single weekend for 2 years now,
I
so
know.
she deserves a break and more. She deserves to quit if that's what she wants. But it was still very shocking to hear
It
because
was.
none of us had wrapped our heads around or even considered
No.
that yet. So
No.
we have, is it 9 shows left? She's going to be in
E
Toronto and
Vancouver.
Vancouver.
Yeah,
Yes.
so she has 6 shows in Toronto and then 3 in Vancouver. So 9, yeah.
So what do you think's clown with me? What do you think
I
is
will
going to happen? What do you wish would happen
Oh,
for the remainder of this tour?
so oh god, I know that me, amongst other people, a lot of other people, are hoping that she gives us those 2 1989 combos with the double green and the green and yellow tops, but whether or not it's for Reputation or debut, we don't know, obviously, but, I'm hoping that she does give us that re-record announcement, whether it's for Reputation or debut or both. I just feel like the Eras Tour is the place to do it. If you have a whole entire Eras Tour stage at your fingertips to be able to celebrate these announcements and re-recordings with your fans, that's the moment to do it. Um, and yeah, so I'm hoping at least for that, whether that be in Toronto or Vancouver or both. I do think it's interesting how they start with T and V for TV, Taylor's version. Um,
Mhm.
beyond that, I do think there could be a music video. I know that So High School is a single unofficially. Um, and it's potential that all of these cameras following them around, uh, Travis and her could be for that, or it could be for the documentary. I do think that she could announce the documentary on the last show in Vancouver. I think that would be phenomenal. Um, or if there is an Eras Tour 2 premiere or something like coming out, I think that would be great. Um, I don't foresee an album actually dropping while on the Eras Tour still, because it just business-wise, that wouldn't make sense, but, I know people are talking about, a Christmas album potentially being a thing, which hope if that's the case, that should happen soon.
Mhm. She did
Um,
just start dropping the, all her Christmas tree remixes. I saw that
I
that
saw
just
yeah,
got dropped the day after, Halloween, so that could be a thing.
mhm, that
Are
could
you a
be.
debutation believer?
So, I was not. I will say that with my whole chest, I was not because that is delusional, but ever since oh gosh, I'm trying to think of when she started it. It's been a few months now, when she started to pair everything together in her street style, when she started pairing things like the horse, clothing items, and then the snake skin and the snake items with the black and the green. I'm in deep. I'm in deep
Mhm,
because it's just one of those things where you wanna fight it because it doesn't make any sense. It started out as, like, a harmless little joke on Twitter and TikTok, and now it's this whole big thing of she's mashing up debut songs with rep songs and is
mhm.
doing so and adding them together to equal 13 based off of the track numbers. Um, yeah, and then even last night at the Chiefs game, she had all of the black, but she had the cowboy boots on, like, she's doing something, I don't know. And maybe, the doubles that we've been seeing is for a double announcement night. That's kind of been, my main thing right now is if people ask me about debutation, I just say, "Well, who knows? Maybe she'll pick the last night in Vancouver to do, a double announcement for Reputation and debut and give us the release dates, but only do a pre-order for one." I don't know.
Yeah.
Anything with this woman at this point.
Yeah. Do
Mhm.
you think there's a collab album?
Oh, so, okay. going back to the 1989 double album theory, if there is an album for that, I do think it could be a collab album. And I know that that's been an ongoing theory with Nicki and I and Jessie Swift Talk even. Um,
Mhm.
but yeah, I do think that it's possible. I do think that she has so many different um, friends that she, creates art with. And it would just be the best thing to see all of them come together to remix on songs. I mean, Jack Antonoff, Bleachers, they have a whole collab album. Um, so
I
yeah.
love the Bleachers Anti-Hero remix that
Yes, me too.
whenever I heard it again, I went to New Orleans night too, so I got to see Sabrina Carpenter, which was fantastic.
You did?
But but since I listened to that version almost as much,
Mhm.
the Bleachers version, then
Yeah.
I was like getting the words mixed up because I'm trying to
Oh, yeah.
sing both parts while I was singing Anti-Hero. But yeah, seeing Sabrina Carpenter, then I was like, what if this kicks off the collab?
Yes.
What if, and since then she hasn't, but I've
Yeah.
seen you're also a big Sabrina Carpenter fan. Have you gotten to
I
see
love
Sabrina
her.
Carpenter?
I have not, but I want to so badly. I'm hoping that she has, like, another US leg because I wanna go so bad. But I am in my Taylor Swift era right now, so
Mhm. I'm
Mhm.
in both. I mean, I'm forever a Swiftie,
Oh,
but
for
I've
sure.
been hardcore with Sabrina Carpenter. She's just
Love
absolutely
her.
fascinating. I love
And
everything about her.
yeah.
And then Halsey's new album. Halsey's new album,
Oh,
if
I
you've
haven't
checked it
listened
out,
to it yet.
is so great. It's so
Mhm.
deep though, and my Spotify automatically went to it today, and it's kind of
Ooh.
deep and sad. And whenever it came on today, I was like, "Not today, Satan. I can't. I need some
Not today.
uplifting. I need some
Need some
uplifting music today."
we need some bed chem mixed with Guilty as Sin, like
Yes,
yeah.
yes, definitely need some good stuff. So,
Mhm.
some theories are Taylor Swift is counting down. She's counting
Yes.
down to the final show. She's counting down to an announcement. What do
Mhm.
you think Taylor's counting down to?
So I do love, if you look at her grid right now, the way that she has her last 3 posts, it has 3 and then 2 and then 1. I love that. So that could be a countdown to the first show in Toronto, which would be fantastic. I know that I've seen a couple theories with how ND night 1 was 1 and then 2 and then 3 and then coming back it's the 14th, 15th, 16th. I honestly, there's been so many theories with counting down and they've all been wrong. So I
Mhm.
do think that she loves to give them to us to mislead us and then, I think she ultimately wants it to just be a surprise. And if there is some sort of countdown, we're not gonna know it was a countdown until it happens, because that's
Yes.
just on brand for her.
So, speaking of theories and always getting them wrong, has there ever been a theory that you completely nailed and other people didn't believe you?
Oh, uh, I mean, I don't like to toot my own horn, but when, the Bejeweled music video. She in the very beginning of, the Bejeweled music video, she opened with the instrumental of Enchanted, and then at the very end, she closed it with Long Live. And I remember right when the Eras Tour opened and started, I was like, "Enchanted is the only song on here. That's crazy because in the Bejeweled music video, she has Enchanted, so that means eventually she's gonna have to either add or replace Enchanted with Long Live," and then she ended up doing that for its Speak Now, Taylor's version announcement. So I was like, "Oh, I love that, I'll take that one for myself." The other one is I was so on board with TS11 and nobody else. People were like, "No, she's not gonna announce a new album while on tour, she just wouldn't do that, it makes no sense." And I was like, "It's happening." When she had the, what was that? They were celebrating Cruel Summer, and her and Jack had the 11 fingers twice
Mhm.
for the double
Mhm.
album. Yeah,
Yeah,
so,
love that. I was the only one on the podcast who thought she was coming out with a new album. So I've
yes.
gotten to
High
brag,
five, girl. High
yeah,
five.
the whole time since then, and I'm sure it was you that I was listening to because I
Yeah.
get all of my information from Swift Talk. I swear,
Mhm.
I think you all could be detectives. I've seen people in the comments with Nikki King, especially
Mhm.
saying like, "You need another job after this." So, what
She
is your
does.
day job? Because you just do this for fun. I mean, like we do with the podcast. Yeah.
Right. So I am actually a civilian for the Air Force.
Oh, thank you for your service.
Yeah, thank you. So I just assist with travel pay
Okay.
for military members. Yeah.
That's incredible. I was going to assume marketing. You have to be some
Oh,
sort of marketing genius.
well,
That's what I was thinking.
I do have a degree in graphic design and communications. So I did take marketing classes. It just
Hmm.
never worked out because I live in South Dakota, so there's not a whole lot of opportunities for that here. But I like to think it's in me, which is
Hmm.
why I gravitated so much towards social media after all, because never did I ever think that that was going to be a thing, but here we are.
Hmm. When did your social media start to take off? Was it early on? Or did you just keep posting videos and enjoyed it and
Mhm.
eventually started gaining a following?
So I started posting, like I said, right after Midnights was announced. So that was um, September, like end of September of 2022. And I mean, it didn't take me too long to really on TikTok gain a following. I will say that I didn't really have an Instagram or a YouTube until well after my TikTok had already went bigger, I guess.
Hmm.
Um, so now I've just been playing catch up on other social media platforms, but um, I mean, the whole time it really just boomed. Every time I would post a theory video, people were like, "Oh my God, I love this." And so I was like, "Oh, okay." So I just kept posting them. And then I met people like Nikki and Jess. And then we would kind of like tag team the theories and we would kind of all come up with our own little part. Because it is crazy to think, but each Swifty detective has something that they're really good at. And so when you have somebody else come in, like Nikki, she's really good with the numbers, even though she's not, a math teacher. She she has such a knack for that. And so when you
Hmm.
have all of us who can kind of come together and see patterns or numbers or colors or style or themes, then we can kind of all come together and be like, wait, this piece of information works with this, and this is what Nikki said, or oh, this is what Courtney said or Jojo said. And so it's just really cool how we all kind of came together separately, but then now we're a team. And
That's
so it's just really
incredible.
fun. Yeah.
That's really incredible. What's your favorite, most outlandish theory? Even if you don't think it's going to happen, it's just fun to think about.
Oh God. Probably. Mm, I mean, debutation is a fun one.
Hmm.
But I do think the idea of this either double or triple album that she was playing on with Shania and the whole idea of a pop album and a country album and um I think it was like alternative or international. I can't remember what the other one was, but the idea of her doing that, maybe potentially with Taylor's version, or Taylor Swift as a Taylor's version, having different variants of that as like a triple album. I think that that would be crazy. So I'm here for that.
So, Eras Tour is ending. Do
Yeah.
you think there's something coming next? Do you think she has another tour up her sleeve? Maybe not immediately, but
Mhm.
what could you see for Taylor in the next? She already has years planned out. So,
Right.
what does she have planned for the next couple years?
So she has her film that she has to do, which I know that that's going to take the forefront of her attention. Um, but I do think that she will tour again. I do think um, potentially 2026. I know that that's the rumor going on right now. I do think that if she doesn't announce TS12 while on the Eras tour, that TS12 is going to come 2025. I will bet my life on it.
I love that.
Um, yeah, and so I do think that that's coming, and I do think that when she is ready to tour for TS12, that it's going to be bigger than we could possibly ever imagine. So, and if it is something Travis related, I do think that it's going to be this whole big magical masterpiece, and we're not ready for it.
Yeah, I'm really excited to see because Tortured Poets Department is not what we expected it to be. It wasn't what I
Right.
expected it to
Oh,
be
me neither.
anyway. It's
Mhm.
a lot better, but it's so layered and I wasn't
Yes.
expecting that. I just thought it was
Right.
going to be angry against Joe and it's not. She's
Yes.
so intelligent. I had the Eras Tour on the other night, and I have a friend staying with me. He saw it for the first time, and he saw her fingers, how she always does this, which I just took it as like a princess move. She's so posed with everything that she does. He was like, no, that's a goddess. Whenever a certain goddess in Greek mythology, that she does this. So he does not know all the stuff that I know. And I was like, sit down, tell me what you're talking about. I need to know. And it was during the Reputation era. And he was saying that's why there's the snakes. And I was like, well, she is the double meaning queen. Like the snakes is actually because of this, but she's so smart that she ties everything in together. But that just had me so intrigued that it's a goddess thing to do your hands like this. That's something that they would do at a ritual or something for their people that was praising them or something. So I thought that was,
that's cool.
Yeah.
I like that a lot because she has been playing into, Cassandra, right? That song. That's the only song left from the Torture Poets department she hasn't performed yet as a surprise song. And Cassandra, is the, gosh, I'm going to butcher it now, but she is actually in relation to the gods, right? Because of Troy. And if you think about it, we have Medusa, all of the Medusa imagery, right? Which Medusa technically is in mythology also. And so if we're looking at, Sagittarius and zodiacs and mythology, the goddess of that hand gesture could play into that and play into whatever is coming. So I do think that that's really interesting that your friend kind of picked that out because there are themes that are kind of leading into that.
Yeah. Super interesting.
I like it.
Before I let you go, is there anything that you want to add?
I don't think so. I'm just really happy and thankful for you reaching out to Nikki and to me, or to Nikki to get to me. And I had a lot of fun talking and chatting with you and clowning. And I just can't wait. I'm so sad the Eras Tour is ending, but I can't wait to see what she does next. And hopefully there is a Sagittarius or a Karma or a whatever.
Yeah. And we're going to be like, I was right. I've been telling you.
I'd be like, we said it on the 13 podcast.
Again, how do people get a hold of you? How do they follow along for all your theories? How do they support you?
So like you said at the beginning, my handle for TikTok is at Eurosweetheart. My screen name is Swifty Sweetheart. And then I, had to get creative because Instagram and all of the other ones already had Swifty Sweetheart taken. Go figure. But my Instagram handle is Swifty_Sweetheart13. And then I'm pretty sure it's the same on my YouTube.
Awesome.
But I do have a link tree, so they're all listed in my link tree.
Well, thank you so much for taking the time to talk with me. Thank you for always keeping me fed. I'm truly such a big fan of you all. You go over and beyond all the time. The morning that she was announcing something on Good Morning America. I got on TikTok, looked at your account, and you had already posted something. And I just found out about it. So you all are on top of things. I appreciate the research. Big fan of what all you do. Thank you so much. And thank you for taking the time to talk to me.
Yes. Thank you. It was so nice to meet you.
So very nice to meet you. Oh, one last question. Has Taylor Swift ever liked any of your content?
No.
She hasn't?
No.
She hasn't mine either. I just would have assumed she had.
Hopefully, fingers crossed eventually. But
okay, well, I swear she listens to our podcast.
Oh, for sure.
But she listens to our podcast. So Taylor Swift, make sure and check out at Swifty_Sweetheart13 and at Eurosweetheart. Thank you so much.
Like the 13 podcast too. Just hit that button.
Thank you. Really appreciate it. Thank you so much, Courtney.
Thank you so much, Courtney, for always keeping me fed, for all those clowning theories.
Yay.
I really, really appreciate it. And it was just so funny seeing her in London and talking about Sagittarius and how quickly I flipped from thinking there was going to be a Reputation announcement to TS12. And she's like, I've been on the Sagittarius train too. And I was like, you're who I got it from. Actually, I'm not coming up with all this stuff myself. So just so cool. Love her. So much fun being able to talk to her.
That's awesome. I feel like it's just a testament to how incredible this community is. You know, the Swiftie community, online, offline, wherever it is that you find people that you connect with. So that's really, really cool.
And a little behind the scenes, she said that she was nervous because she had never done an interview before.
Oh, really?
And I told her, I was like, no pressure at all. It's just going to be friends talking, like no big deal. I said, we can go for as little or as long as you want to. I said, we would probably talk for like 15 minutes. We went for 45 straight with like no hesitation, no break, no breath almost. And afterwards she was like, yeah, that was easy. I'm talking about Taylor Swift. And I was like, I know. Right? That makes it, there's nothing that you have to really prepare for in this instance. We do prepare for our songs whenever we're doing breakdowns, but we can just talk about Taylor Swift all day, every day.
Of course.
Yeah.
Have a whole podcast.
13, a Taylor Swift fan podcast. So go join our Instagram. Anna worked very hard, got our Instagram back. So
Thank you. Yes, at the 13 podcast is where we are on Instagram, and we now have a blue check mark, so easy to find us.
Yeah.
And then we also joined this like other social media app called Blue Sky. Just joined it today. Unsure how that'll go. Just went ahead and made an account for us. We're just at the 13 podcast over there too. If you hear about that, wanted to secure our presence over there as well.
You can check out the full video with Swiftie Sweetheart herself on our YouTube channel. And we hope to see you in the Lobster Lounge. You can join us there at station.page/13. And don't forget to register to win your Minori Beauty products while you are there. Join us next time because we are breaking down the very heartbreaking LONL.
Thanks for listening. The 13, a Taylor Swift fan podcast. Subscribe for free and leave a positive review on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or Google Podcasts.